Hello students, myself Muhammad Shariq, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, Islamia College, Vayambadi. Today we are moving to our next unit in Ecology, Evolution and Biodiversity paper, that is Population Genetics, and also it's comprisely called as Population Ecology. First we will see what is population genetics. It's nothing but population genetics is a subfield of our normal genetics that deals with the genetic differences within and between population and is a part of evolutionary biology. Studies in this branch of biology examine such phenomena as adaptation, speciation and population structure, and also population characteristics comprisely population size and density, population dispersion or spatial distribution, and it comes under age structure in natality, that means birth rate, and mortality, that means death rate, then vital index and survivorship curves, that means biotic potential and life tables. So population ecology is the study of populations in relation to the environment. It includes environment influences on population density and distribution, age structure and variations in population size. Already I told you that characteristic of population, that means it includes population size, population density, dispersion pattern, demographics, survivorship curves, population growth and all. Individual characteristic means age, stage, size, sex, behavior, that all population ecology carries. Population characteristics, population number or density, and individual process means development, growth, feeding, reproduction, death. It converts to population growth, that means changes in number or density, changes in age distribution and mortality, that means death rate. So population size in population genetics and population ecology usually denoted N in the number of individual organisms in a population. Factors that govern population size includes crude birth rate, that means CBR, and crude death rate, that means CDR, then immigration and emigration. Natality, that means birth rate, which is the ratio of total live births to total population in a particular area over a specified period of time. Then mortality, the death rate, which is also the ratio of the total number of deaths to the total population. Immigration, the number of organisms moving into area occupied by the population is called immigration. Emigration, the number of organisms moving out of the area occupied by the population is called emigration. Then the factors that increase population size is natality, birth rate is recruitment to a population through reproduction. Then immigration from external population, example bad migration from one place to another place. Then factors that reducing the population size is mortality, that is death rate, which is the death rate from any source, example predation. Example is predation. Predation is a biological interaction where one organism, the predator, kills and eats another organism, its prey. It is one of a family of common feeding behaviors that includes parasitism and micropredation and parasitoidism, means one animal kill another one and leaving itself. So it is predation. It is a factor reducing the population size. And another one is immigration, where individuals leave the population for another habitat. That means moving from one place to another place. So here you can see the image how immigration will take place. That means an owl come into the place of small population size bats, and it will kill or eat itself, or else that small bats will fly to another place. So population change is birth plus immigration minus death plus emigration. That means natality will give population increase, and mortality shrink the population size. So parameters that affect size or density of a population. Population density means it is a measurement of the number of people in an area. It is an average number. That means in a particular area how many people are living in that exact place. It is usually shown as the number of people per square kilometer. Density is population per area. Throughout the world, globally, throughout the world, in particular place, in a small place, there will be number of people will live in certain place. In some other place, part of the world, there will be a broad area, very less number of people will be living in that. There will be lot of examples, because in our Asia itself, I think you people may be aware of that. In our Mumbai, there is a area called Dharavi. It's a very dense area in throughout the Asia. That means in a short place, that means for example in 10 into 10 feet room, nearly 5 to 6 people will occupy that area. It's the very dense place in our Asia continent itself. So what we need to estimate population density, how to quantify nature and ecologist role. Then next one is estimates or allows for comparisons between different populations in terms of space and time measurement. So mobility based on movements of these organisms, the attributes size. That means small animals or plants are usually more abundant than large animal or plants. So measurement of density based on two things. First one is total count method, second one is sampling method. So total count method is direct counting of population. Each single population will count through this method. Second one is possible for few animals, because some rare animals we can count because its number will be very less. It is very difficult to count some large animal in its area, and breeding colonies can be photographed then later counted. Examples: human population census. In our India, every 10 years once, government itself having a camp to know the population of our country, then trees in a given area. It is also easy method. In a particular region or particular area, how many trees are there, can count. Then a sampling method. It's depend on the type of organisms and its natural abundance and distribution. There will be two broad categories are there. First one is plot based quadrant methods, next one is capture based methods. So quadrant sampling method is widely used in plant studies. That means total population is equal to average number per quadrant into total area or area of quadrant. Here you can see the example of 100-meter square box containing how many quadrants are there and how the area of quadrant is there. So mark recapture method used for very mobile or exclusive species. That means very fast moving species. Mark captured survey 1, you can see the red dot, and first used in 1890s by C.G. Peterson to estimate fish abundance. That means source of fish available in a particular region of ocean. So population dispersion. The dispersion of a population is the pattern of spacing among individuals within the geographic boundaries. There are three types of population dispersions. One is clump, another one is uniform, another one is random. So clump dispersion is a pattern when individuals are aggregated in patches. Most frequent pattern of distribution in a population, and the reasons are: some area of habitat are more suitable than others, heterogeneous environment with resources concentrated in patches, tendency of offspring to remain with parents, mating or social behavior of the individuals. So here you can see the example of clump. For many animals, such as these wolves, living in a group increases the effectiveness of hunting, spreads the work of protecting and caring for young, and helps exclude another individuals from their territory. So next one is uniform dispersion. Evenly spaced distribution in which members of the population maintain a minimum distance from one another. In plants, due to competition for water, sunlight or available nutrients. Example, creosote bushes in the Mojave Desert. In animals, due to strong territoriality. Example, the desert lizard Utah sp. For uniform, there is example, bats nesting on small islands such as these king penguins on South Georgia Islands in the South Atlantic Ocean often exhibit uniform spacing and maintained by aggressive interaction between neighbors. Then next one is the example of random dispersion. It is a spacing pattern based on total unpredictability, least common pattern of distribution. Reasons: members of a species do not frequently interact with one another, not heavily influenced by the microenvironments within their habitat. So the example for random dispersion is: dandelions grow from wind-blown seeds that land at random and later germinations. So what are the factors that affecting the distribution? There will be density independent and density dependent. Density independent, it floods, hurricanes, unseasonable weather conditions, fire, clear cutting, pesticide spraying. These all are the factors that affect the distribution of density independent. And here some examples of competition for resources, predation, parasitism, infectious diseases. These are the factors that affecting the density dependent distribution. So demography is a study of the vital statistics of a population and how they change over time. Two statistics that are of particular import are a population's age structure and a population sex ratio. And sex ratio, it is the ratio of males to females in a population. That will be primary sex ratio, secondary sex ratio, tertiary sex ratio. The human sex ratio is a particular interest to anthropologists and demographers. Age structure. The age structure describes the number of individuals in each age class as a ratio of one class to another. Age classes can be specific categories such as people in the same age range. Population pyramid, age structure diagram, graphical illustration that shows the distribution of various age groups and sex ratio in a population. Three age categories that are pre-reproductive, ages from 0 to 14, reproductive ages from 15 to 44, post-reproductive ages ages from 45 and above. So these are the three category of population pyramid. Here you can see the percent of population, rapid growth of example of Afghanistan, male and female, then slow growth of United States, male and female comparison, then decrease one is of example of Italy. Here three different nations growth you can see here clearly. Percent of population, how it varies from country to country, that means location to location. So life table, a life table, mortality table is a table which shows for each age what the probability is that a person of that age will die before his or her next birth. From this starting point, a number of inferences can be derived. The probability of surviving any particular year of age, remaining life expectancy for people at different ages, separately for men and for women because of their substantially different mortality rates. So this is a life table for building ground squirrels at Tioga Pass in the Sierra Nevada of California. This is a life table of a squirrel in California. You can see the difference between female and male comparisons. Then survivorship curve, that means graph showing the number of proportion of individuals surviving at each age for a given species or group, example male or female, constructed for a given cohort, a group of individuals of roughly the same age based on a life table. There are three types of the type 1, type 2 and type 3. This is a representation of survivorship curve. That's a graphical representation. Percentage of organisms surviving. Here you can see the type 1 is human in the upward and frog in type 3, and in middle there will be songbirds. Type 1 survivorship curves are characterized by high survival in early and middle life, followed by a rapid decline in survivorship in later life. Example humans, already I told you in our last slide. Then type 2 curves are an intermediate between type 1 and 3, where roughly constant mortality rate is experienced regardless of age. Example some bats. Then in type 3 curves, the greatest mortality is experienced early on in life, with relatively low rates of death for those surviving this bottleneck. Example octopus. Population growth refers to how the number of individuals in a population increase or decrease with time, then controlled by the rate at which new individuals are added to the population, the birth rate, and the rate at which individuals leave the population, the death rate. Here you can see the representation of two types of POP growth. One is exponential population growth, that means dn divided by dt is equal to R max n. Another one is logistic population growth, that means population growth mathematically defined in this formula. Then you can see the difference between exponential unrestricted growth, that means the growth rate of population accelerates. Another one is logistic restricted growth, that means carrying capacity of environment, the rate accelerates point of maximum growth, then automatically the rate slow downs. So exponential growth If a population has a constant birth rate through time and is never limited by food or disease, it has what is known as exponential growth. With exponential growth, the birth rate alone controls how fast or slow the population grows. Then continuous population growth in an unlimited environment can be modeled exponentially. I told you about this formula. As population size indicates, n means it increases, the rate of population increases, dn divided by dt gets larger. So exponential growth for an exponentially growing population size at any time can be calculated as nt is equal to n0 ert. That means nt is a number individual at time 0. N0 is the initial number of individuals, e is a base of natural logarithms, r is the per capita rate of increase, t means number of time intervals. So here you can see the clear image of calculation with the population time, hours and number of cells. Then since their protection in 1940s, the woofing crane population has grown exponentially from 22 to 220 individuals in the year of 2005. Logistic population growth as a resource or depleted population growth rate slow and eventually stops. Logistic population growth sigmoid curve, that means S-shaped curve, will show you the population growth. Then carrying capacity indicates K is the number of individuals of a population the environment can support. Then finite amount of resources can only support a finite number of individuals. Logistic population growth formula: maximum per capita rate of increase under ideal condition when n nears k. The right side of the equation nears 0. As population size increases, logistic growth rate becomes a small fraction of growth rate, highest when n is equal to k divided by 2. Then the logistic equation gives the rate of population changes as a function of r max, n and k. Here you can see what are the factors occurring during this logistic equation. Then logistic growth, a number of generation with population size, carrying capacity, environmental limits results in logistic growth. New or changed environment, a logistic growth curve, and smooth transition. Also you can a paramecium population in the lab, number of paramecium per ml. So the limits of population growth is environmental limit population growth by altering birth and death rate. Density dependent factors already we have discussed in our previous slides. Diseases, parasites, resource competition. Population do not show continuous geometric increase. When density increases, other organism reduces the fertility and longevity of individual in the population. This reduces the rate of increase of the pop until eventually the pop ceases to grow. The growth curve is defined as the sigmoid curve, S-shaped. K is a carrying capacity upper asymptote or maximum value, the maximum number of individuals that environment can support. Density independent factors are natural disaster and climate changes. Life history strategies, K and R selection. R selected species are referred to the per capita rate of increases. Selection favoring rapid growth should be favored in new or disturbed environments, less competition. And K selected species are, it refers to the carrying capacity more prominent in species that are typically at their carrying capacity, favors more efficient use of resources, live with a competition. And here you can see the R versus K selection table, characteristic selected populations and K selected populations, there will be maturation time, lifespan, death rate, number of offspring produced per reproductive episode, number of reproductions per lifetime, timing of first reproduction, size of offspring or egg, parental care. These are the characteristics of idealized or selected opportunistic and K-selected equilibrial populations. Then human growth. In this chart you can see the history of human population growth from BC to AD. Then percentage of global population. Most of the human population is concentrated in Asia. Nearly 60.7% of the globe population is only from Asia. Then Africa has 13.9% of population. Then Europe has 11.2%. Then North America has 7.9%. Then South America has 5.8%. Then Oceania has 0.5%. So the major population the world is only from Asia, because of two countries contributed to the globe very big dense of people, that is China and India. These are the two countries has large population, nearly 61% of the population. So here you can see the image. Human population densities are highest in the coastal region of all the countries. Mostly people used to live nearly coastal area. So thank you students. If you have any queries, please comment me in your suggestions.